America, you fucked it up! Yeah, I watched, as well as everybody else, the returns from the election. And I am horrified, shocked. Any adjective you can use to describe my horror of seeing Donald Trump become our next president of the United States. I hope you're really happy, people who were complaining about Hillary Clinton's emails. I hope you're really happy because this is what you're getting. Or maybe this is what you actually wanted. You actually wanted somebody who had bragged about wanting to deport all Muslims. He wanted to deport everybody. He wanted to build walls. He wanted to do things that he has absolutely no clue how he's going to do them. Have you seen any bit of policy being uttered from him? Not one. And here's the thing. I didn't vote for Hillary in the primaries. I sure as hell voted for Hillary in the general election. I voted for Bernie Sanders. Let me tell you, I voted for him. Why? Because I liked his idea of free colleges. I liked his idea of that. But you know what? I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for a third party. So don't blame me for this. But here's why I am shocked, horrified, and scared. Those people who are posting memes on Facebook or on Twitter right now, and my feeds are blowing up from this, let me tell you something. I have several friends who live in other countries. I have several friends who are LGBT. I have several friends who I would give my life for, who I would do anything for, who live in these countries, who came here legally, mind you. And now I'm scared that when the day comes I'm going to be able to see him in person, I may never be able to because of what could happen. These are people that deserve the same liberties, rights, and freedoms as everybody else does. And yet, here is what we voted for. We voted for the possibility that he is going to repeal the gay marriage thing. We voted for the possibility that he is going to deport everybody and build walls, as I said. And through it all, the reason why we voted for him, a reason why people voted for him, because I sure as hell didn't, is because, oh, we don't like Hillary, or we think she's corrupt. So is every single fucking politician who has ever been in the fucking Congress or White House. Do you think for 1 minute that Trump is going to change any of that? No, he is not going to change jack shit about that. He is going to be the most corrupt politician we've ever had. Why? Because he knows how to work the system. Did you see any tax returns? No. Did you see how much he was bankrupt? No. Apparently people don't give a fuck about that because they voted for him even when all of these sexual assault allegations are going forth. Even with that Trump tape, even with every single goddamn thing they know about him, including him wanting to give nukes to people. That scares the fuck out of me. That scares me. And this is what we voted for because, oh, we don't like Hillary. Why is him the only fucking alternative you had? I want people to answer me that. Okay, I get it. And I didn't like it either. Of all the labeling some of her supporters did. I get it. We all get it. And she wasn't our first choice, but why him? You could have picked anybody else in the Republican stratosphere you could have wanted to put in there. Ted Cruz, John Kasich, anybody else in that group of primary GOP nominees. You could have picked any one of those, and it would be fine. Okay, you want to pick an outsider. Why him? He is nothing close to an outsider. He has used the laws and the tax laws to his advantage. He's an insider because he has been allowed to get away with it from the very same party that wanted him in office. And if you think for 1 minute that the Senate and the House are going to stop him, you gave him a blank fucking check. House is controlled by Republicans. Senate is controlled by Republicans. You think for 1 minute that they are going to say, oh, we're not going to follow a line with him. Fucking shit. bullshit. He is going to be able to do everything in his power because when is the last time you saw the Republicans break ranks with their own for anything? But I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's the biggest thing. Now, because he is voted in and he is viewed as the most bigoted president-elect we've ever had, and I'm not exaggerating about that, he probably is. Now we, Caucasian white people, have to explain to every single minority out there that we are not bigoted. We have to explain to everybody that we are not, because the people that voted for him in because, oh, Hillary was the worst of the two evils, where'd you get that? How many sins had Hillary Clinton committed versus how many sins Donald Trump committed? And let me and get back to me when you see where that pendulum is swinging there. But we have to explain to people, as Americans, that immigrants are allowed here still. Because it does look like right now that some people that did vote for him wanted exactly what he was claiming. And dislike the fact that LGBT people are allowed to marry. That we have Muslims who live in this country legally and deserve the same rights and liberties as everybody else. That the only way to get rid of anarchy is to create more anarchy. And this is unreal. That we have to come to this. And yeah, I get it. Hillary Clinton was not the most liked person either. But why is him the only alternative you had? Why is he the only alternative? We have seen spoilers throughout history. Ralph Nader was a spoiler for Al Gore. Allegedly. People who voted for Gary Johnson probably would have voted for Hillary. Don't let anybody fool you saying, oh, they wouldn't vote for Hillary anyway. How did they know that? How did they know they would have voted for Trump? How do you know that? Yeah, we fucked it up. We had a chance to stop this guy. And we fucked it up. Why? Because, we wanted an outsider. He's as far away from outsider as you can get. He's going to shake up Washington. Yeah, he's going to shake up Washington for the worst. And, yeah, I had a chance to compute this because I was watching and hoping and praying that they would find something wrong with something that was going on. And would it be ironic if there was some allegation of corruption going on within the vote system for him? Would it be ironic because everything else got lopsided? Everybody said, oh, Trump has a small path to 270 and he might contest the election if he doesn't get the votes. Which Hillary Clinton waited for a while to concede and she ended up getting the slim path and out of reach. So everything we said would be true for Donald Trump came sort of reversed. So it would not shock me. It wouldn't shock me in the least. But the one thing that is right now irritating me to no end right now is the people who are fearing this Trump presidency and saying the sun will come out tomorrow, everything will be fine, we're going to be able to live to 2020 and get him out of the White House. I'm going to tell you right now, people will not wait that long. And here's before you guys get freak out over what I'm saying, I assure you there are people who are looking for a legal way to get him out of office before the 4 years are up. He's still got sexual allegations going on. Or sexual assault allegations going on. I heard something about him being in trial for rape or something like that. I don't know the specifics around that. It might be going on as we speak. I'm assure you, they are not going to wait till 2020 to try to get him out of the White House. They're not going to wait that long. I can guarantee you that. And by that, I mean legal ways. And no, I'm not advocating for anybody to go shoot him up or anything. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong in saying that. Let's not do that. That's the worst thing we can do. It makes us just as bad or even worse than the people who actually did believe everything that he said he would do or he's about. Is this what we are? Is it us voting for him because we really do believe that we have to deport everybody who is not a white Caucasian? When even white Caucasians are saying, we didn't vote for him, we didn't want this? Is it because of a repeal against Washington insiders? Because that isn't what he is. He is not a Washington outsider. Please tell me, what is it that we had to pick him over her just because, hey, we don't like her? Every single politician has lied. Every single politician has been corrupt. Okay? That's not ever going to end. And yes, I would like an outsider out there, but why is it him? Why was it him? Bernie Sanders was just as much of an outsider. He was just as much as an unknown. And what did we do? We fucked it up. Royally. Spectacularly. It's going to take a few days to really process this. And I don't think it's going to sink in for a long while. Maybe ever. This is like a horrible dream. But before I wrap this up, can we do one thing? If you really did vote for Trump for whatever reason, think of this. There are people out there who are scared to death that they're going to get deported. That us Americans are not welcoming them anymore because of this. They really do feel, they honestly, generally, sincerely do feel like he's the most bigoted president we've ever had. And that by 2020, this is going to become a dictatorship. And trust me, throughout history, it has not taken people that long to make the democracy into a dictatorship. It has not taken them that long. 1, 2, maybe 3 years. They are scared to death that they are not welcome here. And from some of the ways that people are acting, some of the supporters, the hardcore supporters are acting, it's as though you guys wanted that. That you guys really do feel as though they should not be welcome here. And that's completely sad. And throwing it in people's faces, rubbing it in people's faces with these memes and everything else. It is heartbreaking. And we have to explain up that, hey, you guys are welcome here. We have to be the ones to explain it. Because apparently we were wrong about how welcoming we are. We were wrong. We're still just as bigoted as we were back in the 1900s or the 1950s. We're still just as bigoted now as we ever were. Maybe more so. I don't get it. I honestly don't. I don't get, because you guys don't like Hillary, we voted him? I'm sorry I had to get this off my chest. Hopefully by the end of the day, I might have to calm down a little bit. But right now, I'm disappointed. I really am. And I'm not saying that everybody who voted for Donald Trump is a racist or a homophobe or a bigot. bigoted person, but it's really hard to argue against it right now because of what he represents and what I feel he does. It's just the fact that we didn't think this was actually going to happen. But I hope you guys are happy. Because I could assure you, he might not last 4 years. And I'm not saying it's going to be a violent way he gets removed. I'm not advocating it in any sort of way. Don't get me wrong. The people who are thinking, oh, let's take a gun and let's shoot him in the head. Nope. Don't do that. It'll be just as bad. And that'll be just as deplorable. There's that word again. But I can assure you, with the black clouds that are hanging over his head about these sexual assault allegations, they're not going to go away. They're Bill Cosby levels of bad right now with the amount of people who are saying that he did something obscene and immoral and illegal in that front. I can assure you his term might not last 4 years. I can almost guarantee you that. He's not going to last 4 years. I'm still trying to figure out the words, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. And my name's JD Shadow, and God help us all.